What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome into the Jets Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, we got three big news topics to break down. We're Jamien Sherwood. We got some free agency updates on him possibly leaving the New York Jets, so that would be bad news. But also, we got some good news. Apparently, the Jets could be going after a big-name free agent target. And then finally, DK Metcalf requested a trade away from the Seattle Seahawks. So I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. But a little sneak peek here. I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense for the Jets to trade for DK. But speaking about free agency, if you guys want the New York Jets to make a splash during free agency, have them go big, have them land one of these bigger fish out there in the free agency pond, go down there, hit that thumbs up icon like today's show if you guys want the New York Jets to go big in free agency. All right, so let's talk about the bad news on today's show, where Jamien Sherwood apparently is going to get a lot of interest from other teams, and maybe he will be priced out from the New York Jets. This is what Zach Rosenblatt had to say on Sherwood, saying the Jamien Sherwood hype train is rolling. Have heard a lot of teams want him, Jets among them. Though I wonder how much they'll be willing to pay if his price keeps on going up, especially with Quincy Williams in the last year of his deal and having outplayed his contract signed in 2023. Now, listen, I'm going to stand on this. I think the Jets need to sign him ASAP. I love the idea of having those two linebackers, Quincy, Jamien Sherwood, kind of man the middle of that defense, both elite communicators, both very versatile guys. And when I'm watching Jamien Sherwood just play out there, this dude flies around the football field. He is a tackling machine, and he had 158 tackles this past season. Ridiculous. He also led the league having the most solo tackles on the year, but he also had 10 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 3 PBUs, a very versatile player, and I love the idea of pairing him up with Quincy Williams. Aaron Glenn, I know Aaron Glenn's going to want to bring this guy back, but even him in coverage, now, listen, this would be his weak point of playing the linebacker position in the NFL, but with Quincy being how good he is in coverage, I like the yin and the yang of each other's games. Now, yes, giving up 38 completions on 50 targets this year is not great stuff, but it's the stuff he does in the run game, how he's flying out there on the football field, really never allows any yak for other receivers or tight ends. And if this is the contract projection, now I think this is a little low. 2 years, $15.5 million. I think this will probably be around 2 years, $22 million. But even if it's all the way up there at $22 million, I think you got to do it. Now, this is an organization where we're pivoting off the Aaron Rodgers era, and we're heading into the new Aaron Glenn New York Jets. And I think Aaron Glenn, he's going to want to have that defense humming this season. And if you would lose Jamien Sherwood, I think it would be a disaster, because this linebacker core, I mean, it's one of the better ones in the National Football League if you have these two. Plus, you have Quinnen Williams taking on double teams. It just opens up lanes for these linebackers. So, I'm not saying this is like pounding the table. This is the number one move the Jets need to make this offseason. But this is something, in my opinion, they have to try their best to get this done. Now, will they have a lot of competition? 100%. Could he get outpriced from the New York Jets organization? Maybe, but I want the Jets to be aggressive with this, and honestly, I could see this being a move that they re-sign him possibly over the weekend before free agency opens up this Monday. But what say you on this? Would you re-sign Jamien Sherwood? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no down below in the comment section. Maybe you're okay with letting them walk, but I would be typing my Y's for yeses down below. So what say you guys? Would you re-sign Jamien Sherwood? Y for yes, N for no. Now, are the New York Jets going big on this free agent target? Well, we're going to talk about Jevon Holland, Miami Dolphins safety, who is going to get paid a pretty penny this year. But with the Jets losing all 4 of their safeties to free agency, it makes a little bit of sense. And ESPN actually wrote up an article talking about the Jets signing Jevon Holland. Check it out right here. This is coming in from Rich Samini, saying the Jets are desperate. Their top 4 safeties are pending free agents. Holland is young enough to be a foundational player for this new regime. Jets fans already are familiar with him. In 2023, Holland intercepted a Hail Mary and returned it 99 yards for a touchdown against quarterback Tim Boyle. I'm pretty sure that was on Black Friday. If I remember that was absolutely wild at the end of the first half. Shout out to Rich for adding that in there. But saying, though, Tella Noah Hufanga and Trayvon Merrick are other options, Holland goes a long way in improving this defense. This deal would have a $20 million signing bonus, and we'd guarantee the first and second year base salaries. I'd tack on one void year for cap purposes. So I expect the Jets to make a move at safety. Now, will it be going all in for Jevon Holland, paying him $20+ million per year, or maybe would it be a guy like Cam Bynum, Trayvon Merrick? Like, could they go a little bargain at that safety spot? But still, at the end of the day, the Jets have to make a move here, and maybe Aaron Glenn says, hey, Jevon Holland, you were pretty damn good in Miami. I'll make you great with the New York Jets. But Dan Graziano did predict this, being the move of the offseason for the New York Jets, saying, honestly, these offers weren't close. I really expected more teams to be interested, but if this is what I'm choosing between, it's not difficult. The Jets are offering $4 million more per year and $12 million more in guarantees. And, like I was saying, Aaron Glenn would love this. And what Graziano was talking about there, they projected other teams' offers, and they projected that the Jets would give Jevon Holland the best offer out there compared to other teams. But listen, guys, I promise you Aaron Glenn would love this move. And I think Glenn wants to have a culture where I could see the Jets really putting a lot of money into that defense and a lot of draft capital, because I understand it's more fun for the fans to be like, oh, let's go get that big name wide receiver. Let's go get a DK Metcalf. Let's go get a Deebo Samuel before he was traded to the Washington Commanders. But I think Aaron Glenn is going to put a lot of the resources that the Jets have available to them in free agency towards that defense. And Jevon Holland, man, that'll be a lot of fun to see him wear that Jets uniform. But if you guys want the Jets to go big during free agency, send a message to the new front office there in New York. Just give me those me's down below. If you want the Jets to go big during free agency, type those me's down below. All right, let's talk about it. Trade for DK Metcalf, short answer here. I don't think it's a right move. Now, DK Metcalf, if you guys don't know, he did request a trade from the Seattle Seahawks, and we've gotten reports. Apparently, the Seahawks want a first and a third. I don't think that's likely. I think it's more in that second to fifth, second to fourth range. So, hypothetical trade idea here. The Jets receive DK Metcalf, but they're also sending away their 2025 second-round pick, so it's high up there. It's a premium second-round pick. Then you would also have to attach a 2026 fourth-round pick. Now, DK, tremendous player. Big, physical. Like, you guys all know what DK Metcalf is about, but yes, the Jets do need to add another wide receiver, but I don't think DK is the best option. Now, is he the most talented option? Like, is he the best player in terms of who the Jets could add across from Garrett Wilson? 110% yes. But in terms of being the best option from where the Jets are financially, because also DK is going to want to get extended for about $30 million per year, and with the Jets only having around $50 million plus Garrett Wilson up for his extension, are you going to pay the receiver room $65 million per season? I'd rather go a different direction. And, there's no doubt, like, DK's a stud. Big, physical, fast, great in the run blocking department as well for the wide receiver position. Does have some drop issues over the last couple of years, but I don't really think it's that, big of an issue for DK Metcalf. And, playing with Geno Smith, good quarterback, not a great quarterback, and he has still been able to be very, very productive at that wide receiver spot. But still, the Jets are in no position to trade for a star wide receiver. Now, listen, if the Jets won 11 games last season, lost in the divisional round, and maybe you thought like a wide receiver was kind of that missing piece to get them over the top, yeah, you can make an argument for DK Metcalf that I would 100% listen to, but I just don't think they're in the right position. Would it be fun? Would it get a lot of views? Would it get a lot of clicks? Yeah, 110%, but I just think with where the Jets are right now and where they're trying to go here in the future, DK Metcalf just doesn't really make too much sense here. But maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe you do want to trade a second and a fourth-round pick for DK Metcalf. You guys let me know. Would you trade for DK? Give me a T for trade or give me a P for pass down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on trading for the Seahawks star wide receiver. If you guys also want more NFL content on your Twitter timeline, that's a handle right there. Give me a follow over there. We'll see you guys next time. As always, go Jets.